Good morning, everyone. How are we doing? Got some interesting, nice rotations today. Not bad for a Fed day, really. We've just been rotating inventory all night, back and forth and back and forth. Let's see what we got here. One thing, one thing we really have to watch out. You'll see a lot of news in the news cycle and things like that. Um, just, sort of as a cautionary note, don't trade news. Um, Trade the chart. That'll really help you in the long run. Um, it's really hard to put a business plan around news, especially risk. So I have no ideas what's going on. I haven't looked at the news this morning, haven't read a paper, could care less. So I'll just focus in on a chart, stay on that. And so, yeah, please just trade the chart. We had as you can see, we had a look above 74.96 and fail, rotation back down. Okay. Came down to 74.36, caught a bid, rotation back up. And if you go look at our half an hour chart, you can see those rotations really nice and clearly, right? Beautiful look above that 74.99, all the way back to the bottom of the zone, down to the middle of the next zone, 74.44. We had a look below and fail. And now we're coming up on 74.77. On the longer term chart, there should be sellers here at the top of this candle. And if we get past the top of that candle, longer term, you're looking for just under that 74.90 area, okay? And then just under 75. Those are your upper targets if it holds 74.78, okay? So keep let's keep our heads nice and calm, right? No no reason to go crazy on a Fed day. Just trade the rotations back and forth. You'll have a much better time and you'll be able to manage your risk. Okay. Let's go take a look at it's just rotations, Matt. Um, I know what let's see. how do I say this in a politically correct way? I've been telling you guys this is going to happen for quite a while now. Um, most people don't listen, so they'll be wondering what the hell's going on. These are just rotations. We have a Fed day, we have order flow, we have month end coming. Large traders need to make money before the end of the month. We should be risk off and just trading at the edges, right? The ranges are larger, right? There's less liquidity in the market because the order books are thinner. When you have a thinner order book, you get bigger ranges. You get large traders manipulating those order books and pushing size. Get big 1 minute candles. I sound like a broken record. I'm sorry, but it's just um, if you guys spend some time listening, it'll really, really help you with your trading. Um, I don't mean to be facetious, but if you guys would actually pay attention, it will really help you. You'll lose way less money, I promise. Let's go take a look, right? Yeah, it's okay, Matt. You know, motivation in low speed. I don't know what that means, but okay, Moran. So there's our balance zone for tonight. I did this up, and we're back above VWAP. The overnight point of control earlier on was here. Then it moved down here. We bought all the cheap stuff, and now we're moving back up, right? Real simple, you know. It's just rotations. And what rotations are, what are we rotating? All we're doing is we're just rotating inventory. That's all it is. Nothing more than that. We're just rotating inventory back and forth and back and forth. Not a big deal. Globex is usually slow and people are always complaining. There's really some decent trading if you wait for the edge. There was a beautiful look below and fail of 54 and 3/4 up to 61. A nice, beautiful power move from 61 to 73. Now we're going to go sideways here, do a little rotation, and see what the cat brings home here. Let's see what we drag in the next 5 minutes. Now we've had a big, big push in this half-hour bar. When London opens in 4 minutes, let's see if we get a counter move down. So remember, the overnight point of control moved down here to 74.58. What that means is the cost basis is here. We're going to take that 58 product and go sell it in the 80s. It's a nice night. Beautiful. Nice trade, Matt. Nice trade. The trick to this kind of stuff is to not overtrade. Make your money and get out. You know, if you are a professional trader and you're seeing your edge over and over and again, take it, right? Uh, usually they do. Usually they do, Iron Chef. Let's see what happens this morning, okay? Usually London likes to get a little lower, right? You get that inventory correction back down. Let's see if we get that tonight. Got 3 minutes. Just relax. I'd tell you to have a coffee, but I know it's late where you are. You're probably ready to crash. little distribution here. You can see the candles getting smaller. Hey, Sergio. Do you think it's even good to take a 1 week break where one trades on sim and maybe? I definitely do. Grain Monk. I definitely do. I totally believe in taking breaks from trading. Um, it's summer, you know? It's August. I am I'm a big believer in taking time off. When I was young, I never used to be, well, because I had clients and you really weren't allowed to take time off. But when you're working for yourself and you're trading for yourself, I'm a big believer in taking some time off. If you're having trouble, definitely go back to the sim and work it out. Yeah. Market profile TPO works off, calculated off RTH session. Um, well, this is the overnight. This is the RTH session from yesterday. This is the overnight session. So do we work off of yesterday? Yeah. So we use the high, the low, and the close of the previous day, and then we look at see where the cost basis is. That's really all. We'll just look at the structure. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I just did up this balance. Yeah. Let's see. So seller at 50. Here comes London. See Iron Chef bids here, right? So London came down. Let's see if it holds that 78 bid. Watch. There we go. Little London liquidation. It's choppy, right? Little choppiness. The next bid will be down here. Good stuff, Iron Chef. Now go get some rest. You know, not trying to get rid of you, just want to make sure you look after your health. Don't stay up too late. Got to look after your health when we get older, brother. And there's your London liquidation. Beautiful. So if you were short in the 79s, right? If you were short in the 79s, the 78s, put some bids down here, cover a little bit. If you're looking for a long, I would look for a look below and fail of 73 half. Let's see if that happens. What's the business behind the 79 short? Great question. Seller, seller, seller. Look above and fail of 79. There you go. Sellers are competing. That's why you're shorting. And say London, if London corrects inventory lower, say 60% of the time, that's the reason for that short. After a big move up, you look for this is what we call a backfill, Aaron. Okay? This is a backfill. You go up to create demand, you go back and fill in that demand with supply. So you're just shorting the backfill. It's not a huge trade, you know. So say you had shorted 79 against 80 as your stop, right? You would go and put your bids in here because you know that they're buyers. So say this bid gets filled, this one does, this one does, this one does, and these three don't get filled, then you just cover. And this is the way you can trade tactically. Yeah. What does JJ stand for? Oh, it's a nickname my first boss gave me in 1994. Hey, John, what's going on? Am I getting rid of people early? No. What's going on, John? How's Hawaii treating you? How's life on the Big Island? Gonna need some more coffee here. Oof. Earthquake. Really? Oof. That's brutal. So this is a little distribution, my friends, right? We're taking this inventory from 58, going back and forth, selling it here. Let's see, where can we get a decent trade off? This level is 77 and a quarter. It's a level off my half hour chart. I'm just curious to see if we can stay underneath it or get above it. Isn't it look below and fail of the London Open? Uh, not, hang on. So any trade, Matt, can be a good idea. You just have to track it. You know what I mean? The key to that is just being able to actually have experience with the trade. Yeah, if you just saw it, now what you do is you keep a record of it. So tomorrow, the next day, see if that trade and what conditions does it work under? What conditions does it not work under? You know what I mean? Like, for example, I was doing a coaching class yesterday, and where was it? Where was it? There were, let me just find it. There were like 4 look below and failed trades. I'll pull it up in just a second. We'll just give this a couple of minutes. Stay with me, Matt. 1 sec. Okay. So check out this chart. Here we have the look below and fail of this 74.36 level, right? And there's one here, one here, one here, one here, and one here. There's 5 trades. They're all the look below and fail of 74.36, but every trade is different. So the trick is repetition, where you take this trade and take it so you know the difference between these trades. Once you do that, then you'll be able to tell whether the look below and fail of or the look above and fail of London works. You know what I mean? Right? These are all look below and fails. Right? There's 5 of them. They're all different. Right? And that's the trick. The trick is repetition in this business. The trick is discipline and repetition. Once you do that, what I like to do, Matt, is I like to just have certain trades that I take and then I'll just leave it alone. Right? So for me, I'm watching 74.77 quarter. There's nothing really there for me right now, right? Got a little bit of a this is a distribution balance, right? Yeah, stop looking for new stuff. Here's the thing, right? In trading, it's very much stick with what works. Find something that works and exploit the hell out of it, right? Exactly. And train yourself to only do business when it fits exactly the way you do business. You know what I mean? Right? I only do business when it does this, right? It looks below 73 and a half. I buy this level, I put my stop here, I sell some, sell some, sell some. Simple, right? It's much easier than hunting for trades all the time. When you go hunting for trades, you actually end up becoming the prey. You're not the hunter. That's the problem, right? Just stick. I know it's boring, I know it's boring, but it's just nice to be able to trade what you know. The other thing too, Matt, is it keeps you out of bad situations. When stuff happens that you don't know what's going on, right? And you're not trained for it, you'll stay away from it. If you're not trained for it, you'll stay away from it. You're less likely to lose money, right? It's all very boring. All very boring. It's not exciting, but it works, you know? No, it's not no matter, John. I mean, you're a pilot, so you should understand situational awareness, right? right? So, like I said, you have to be able to take that trade in the market conditions that exist. So it's up to you to be aware of those market conditions. Know what I mean? Good question, John. Yeah. Good, 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 good. Unfortunately, it's never the same twice, right? It's never exactly the same. So, knowing this, we just adapt our, you know, adapt your execution. And that's John, that's why I really like simple analysis. Right. So I only do the look above and fail and the look below and fail when it's really obvious, right? Especially now, John, here's some situational awareness, right? It's the end of the month is tomorrow, right? Month end is tomorrow. Okay. It's a Fed day today. We got lots of crazy earnings coming out, right? So it's not really a week to put on a lot of risk. If you've had a good month, just relax. Take it easy. Margins are increased. However, the large traders are still in there, John. They're still in there moving around because we have big ranges tonight. So even though margins are increased, there's still quite a bit of business going on. As you can see, contract volumes 158,000 contracts. Not too bad for this time of the morning. Why is that? Because a lot of these size traders, exactly, they have the capital and they need to make a little bit of extra scratch before tomorrow to make their month, right? So a lot of traders who are position long, short, and stuff, they'll go to the ES, they'll go to the NQ to make a quick buck if they can bully it a little bit at night. You know what I mean? That does happen. So even though margins are increased, right, it's a fairly active market tonight. Cool. So like right now, John, these tiny ass candles here, that's not this no bueno for us, right? For us retail traders, no follow through, right? The wholesalers are just selling what they can between 76 and 82, right? They don't want to put it on sale too much because they'll drive the buyers away, right? So now we just sit and wait for our edge. So the end of the month is Friday. Month end is tomorrow as equities settle T+1. So market makers will use Friday as their month end because they have to provide liquidity. Month end is officially tomorrow, just so you guys know. And soon we'll go to same day settlement, so the end of the month will be the end of the month. Not just yet. Almost. We're getting there. It used to be T plus 3, then it went to T plus 2, now it's T plus 1. And as technology evolves, very soon we will have same day equity settlement. Pretty cool stuff. Considering when I started in Canada, it was T plus 13. We had 13 days for settlement, which basically meant that you had 13 days to pay for a trade. You can imagine the kind of hijinks we got up to. What I think of stock futures, I think it's great. Open up the floodgates. Let the gamblers in. The more order flow, the more opportunity for us. For us, taking trades that are obvious, not over trading, no boredom trading. Month end means keep the money you made this month. So what it actually means, John, is you'll find that 95% of traders will blow up their accounts this week because they have no situational awareness. End of the month, end of the quarter, end of the year, end of the day means capital preservation for us. That means, in plain language, it means don't be a dumbass and blow your month in the last 3 days of the month. What it means for us is there will be large ranges, possibly. There will be volatile trading, and the trading may exceed your level of skill, right? The main takeaway is that if the price action exceeds your level of skill, sit out. If not, then trade. That is the main thing about month end. It's when a lot of large business is getting done. It can blow through stop losses, yes. Volatile markets can blow through a stop like it's made out of, paper, right? Because I'm 58 years old and I've been in the business for 34 years, I tend to be overcautious. I have seen people lose hundreds of millions of dollars. I've seen brokerage firms go bankrupt. So I was raised in the business, so I don't think like a retail trader. I don't think about just making money. I think about risk. I think about making money 5 years from now, right? So I'm long-term greedy. So Monday, for example, John, Monday I did some trades on the micro and I was trading horribly. My discipline was bad. My execution was bad. So what did I do? I didn't trade. I waited. Tuesday, I came back. I started trading small. Then I had a couple of really good trades. And yesterday, if you rewatch the RTH session, right? You're asleep usually during RTH. You'll see I did one really good trade, and then I shut it down. Right? So if you make a couple of grand, stop. Right? It's not house money. Take that money, put it away. Just use your head, right? A little freaking common sense, right? I'm a big believer in old-fashioned common sense, right? Yes, it's distribution. The candles are smaller. Let's see if we can move that point of control up, Matt, right? The point of control of the overnight is here at 58, and it is, what do we got here? 1,701 contracts. Let's see if we can move it up here, right? Do you need a brokerage account to trade with prop firms using Sierra Chart? I'm not sure. You'd have to look. It's prop firm to prop firm. I myself personally don't use those funded accounts because I have clients that I trade for and I trade my own capital. But if you ask in the room, I'm sure somebody will be able to help. Thanks, Grain Mark. For Sierra, I do know you need to have an account that's funded you're not a professional, so they know which fees to charge, right? That's why they make you have an account, so they know that. Because for professional traders, it's, excuse me, um, the data fees are much, much more. Yeah, no problem, Matt. So, John, right now, really, there's no trade. Yeah, yeah. You just have to have a small amount in the brokerage firm, and so they know that you're a retail trader. Hey, Juan, what's going on? Whew. What else? So, what I am expecting is a distribution here and then a liquidation to see if we can get to VWAP. Let's see if that happens. But if it just goes back and forth between 76 and 80, right? There's your road. See how there's bids right here? Bid, bid, bid. See? Bid, 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 bid. The bids are here, right? The sellers are here, right? So much information on a 1 minute chart. All you got to do is know what to look for. See how there's a seller there? If the sellers see buyers, they will lift price to the last place they sold. So if we hold 78, look for 79 and a quarter. All right? Nice and simple. Let's see if we get a distribution here. Yeah, if once you see, like Matt, you've been trading for a while, so you know what works for you, right? I start people out on a 1 minute chart because you can't get into a lot of trouble in a minute. That's why I use the 1 minute chart. Once you gain some skill, you can use whatever you want. But I like the 1 minute chart because it tells me right away where the sellers are, where they stop selling, right? And for my purposes, right, I'm a scalper. I like 3 to 5 points on 3 to 5 contracts. I love doing business. That's my optimum business, right? I'll hold trades longer if the market allows me to, right? But if the market doesn't allow me to hold trades longer, I'm in and out, make my money, and I'm gone. All right. It all depends on what's going on at the time. Any other questions? Okay. You folks have a great morning. Come join us at Trading Syndicate. Now, yesterday, Steve had a free trial going. I'm not sure if he's still doing that today. Sierra runs better on Windows. I know people who do run it on a Mac. I have no idea how to do it because I haven't used a Mac since 1983. So I have absolutely no idea how that all works. Right? Does it work well? Okay, good. Okay, cool. Thanks, Grain Monk. Appreciate the tech knowledge. Thanks, guys. Okay, my friends. Have a great morning. Let's be careful out there. Okay? Only trades that make sense, okay? And we will see you. Hey, Dave. Yeah. Don't get into any fights with kangaroos on that walk there, Dave. We'll see you guys in the afternoon, 2 o'clock my time, 9 o'clock Eastern time. Going to try and start the sessions a little. I'm going to try and start doing a little bit longer sessions now that my voice is better. It's last couple of months have been pretty crappy. My voice has been just horrible. So I think it's finally kind of back to normal. Anywho, have a great morning. Stay out of trouble. Come join us at tradingsyndicate.org. We'll teach you how to make sense out of this crazy, whacked out business. Appreciate you guys. Have a great morning. Be safe out there. Bye for now.